that time of the week that Brendan Rodgers, John Kennedy and young Strachan will be looking at the Celtic squad and thinking, who's going to turn up this week and do it for us in the European context? The manager will go with his favourite goalkeeper, Kasper Schmeichel. Sinisalo will be on the bench for this one, and Ross Doohan will be on the bench also, because you're allowed 2 keepers on the bench in European football. Big questions obviously asked about the players that are omitted and where do they feature in the season going forward. Jamal Simpson-Posey, Inamura, for instance, Dane Murray, who hasn't kicked the ball this season, and then there is the little fact that Alistair Johnston, it's been suggested that Alistair Johnston may be trying to manufacture a move away from Celtic in the next transfer window. That's just one speculative article that I've read this morning, but that's for another day. I mean, he did come out and say, look, if I'm at Celtic for the rest of my career, I'm doing something right. But there is always the little instance that you want to play at the highest level and take your career as far as you can. And Alistair Johnston, being the Canadian international that he is, how long can we keep him at Celtic realistically? But anyway, I think that the back line for the game on Thursday night will be Liam Scales. It will be Cameron Carter-Vickers. It will be Kieran Tierney. And I think young Colby Donovan will be brought back in. I don't think that Tony Ralston covered himself in glory for the game at the weekend. And I think that young Colby Donovan may just be given the little nod this Thursday evening. It depends who's really doing it on the training pitch. And, hopefully young Donovan just pushes a little bit of a head. When you look at Dane Murray, he's not kicked a ball in anger. And I thought that he would maybe got a run in the cup games, the domestic cup games. And then people are also saying, look, Marcelo, he's better than Kieran Tierney. He is only here on loan until the end of the season, which is a big worry, because then Celtic, when it comes to the next summer, it all starts again, doesn't it? We need to get someone in for cover for that left back area. It's non-stop and it's never ending with that position since 2019. When it goes to the midfield, this is the big one. Rio Hatate was obviously kept out the game because of a niggling little hamstring injury. Don't know how he managed to do his hamstring, because he never runs fast enough these days. It's enough about that though. Does Brendan Rodgers change it up in the midfield? He's obviously going to keep Benji in the squad. It's kind of between Benji and Arne Engels. Who's the best corner taker at the moment? I mean, I'm thinking that Arne Engels' delivery was a lot better and we were scoring goals, but then Benji's hitting with a couple from corners, although it has been another player that's hit the ball out to him. His corners from direct corners haven't been too great. Luke McCown, he's covered himself in glory the last couple of weeks talking to the media. He's done himself plenty of favours when it comes to being a Celtic man through and through. But is he the quality that we need for the Europa? And then there's a Paulo Bernardo question. Everyone seems to think, everyone's of opinion of Paulo Bernardo, that he may leave due to the fact he's not getting game time. Callum McGregor, who does have 3 years left on his contract. Paulo is a bit better than him, but Callum's got the European experience. So it'll be interesting to see which combination of three. And should Brendan Rodgers stay with the 4-3-3? Because let's face it, it didn't do us any favours in one game. We changed to a 4-2-3-1 formation and we played a lot better. I'm hoping that he goes to the 4-2-3-1 formation and he pulls back Benji and Callum playing in the number 8 position. As for the players further forward, I would go with Arne Engels, and he's going to go with Rio Hatate. You just know it. And I just hope that Rio Hatate turns up and has the game of his life. So who plays in the middle of them being slightly further forward? Is it Daisen Maeda? It's going to be Kelechi, isn't it? I mean, Big Kelechi is the man of the moment just now, although he missed a couple of sitters at the weekend. So did quite a few players. Wingers, well, it's going to be Daisen Maeda on the wing and Tenekte on the other wing. Shin Yamada isn't in the squad. James Forrest will be kept on the bench. Johnny Kenny will be on the bench. Callum Osman will be on the bench. And what is the full story with Shin Yamada? Because he doesn't seem to be making... And understand that you can only play one striker. We only play one striker, so you're only going to have one striker on the bench. But Shin Yamada didn't come here to not even sit on the bench at Celtic, did he? He come here to take over from Kyogo Furuhashi. And there seems to be something going on in the background of Celtic that we're not getting the full truth about, that's for sure. So what do you think that Brendan Rodgers' decision will be this weekend? Will it be to play those players, or will it be to just go with the 4-3-3? So let's jump over to the Celtic social media, and it's got to be said that Celtic have been very quiet since the game at the weekend. The social media team have been reluctant to post anything, which tells me as well, usually when Celtic are this quiet in the background, there's definitely stuff going on that they don't want us to hear about at the moment. And as you can see, the last thing that they sort of spoke about was after the game. Hoops held to a goalless draw at Celtic Park. Brendan Rodgers on the match. Hoops returned to paradise 20 hours ago. It's unusual for Celtic to be so quiet. Not only have they been quiet from the main stand and the board being very quiet towards the fans, the PR machine seems to have ground to a halt. Hoops returned to paradise with the UEFA League action on Thursday night with Braga the visitors. You want to win every game, especially at home, says Callum McGregor. Do you think that we'll win the game this week at Celtic Park? It's going to be nearly a full house, which I'm glad of, and we just hope that everyone gets right behind the team and helps them push forward, because I think that the team in European nights definitely does need the support of the fan base. Now let's take a look at the ticket situation for the game this week. It looks like there will be a number of seats empty still on the main stand. Single seats going round. Nice director's box viewing. I wonder what kind of reception that they'll get before the game. Heading round. Doesn't seem too much change from yesterday. I think that the people that have decided not to take up their tickets have, and if there is such a big queue, if there is 10,000 people on the waiting list, do you think that these tickets would be snapped up? I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sitting together, which is unusual for being so far forward at Celtic Park. Little clusters of 2 or 3 round beside the Green Brigade, and 114, and then down behind the goals. And then the away end section, looks like they're going to have a big away fan base, but we'll wait and see. And then the top tier, not much change from that from yesterday as we head round. Still that lonesome one right up the top of row FF, away up in the gods. And then not much change either going round with these ones as the dog decides to go absolute. And then as we come round the end of the Celtic end of the top tier, there seems to be not much change. So if you are looking to get a ticket this week for a European game in the Europa, there's plenty of tickets left. Anyway, that's me done and dusted for this morning. Have a fantastic day, Celtic fans, wherever you are, all around the world.